All right, team. What are we doing? Okay. So, good morning. And episode 12. All right, so this is the 12th thing. We're getting through this. It's kind of surprising, right? When is the break? And then we have another, we missed Tuesday, I think, with a town meeting day. Sometimes that's kind of weird. Sometimes it is or isn't off. But that's off, right? Okay. So there's going to be March is going to be a bit of a funny thing. So I'm going to be away next week, right, Thursday, which will be the 1st of March. So do not come here. Sleep in. Keep yourselves healthy. Which is a concern, right? I mean, we're all starting to get sick. Okay, so the cat, we're worried about the cat. All right, I am going to talk to you. So I said that, away next Thursday. So this org mode thing is pretty great, right? So you make your little list and the numbering's out of order, so you just, go, dunk, oops, you just go, dunk, dunk, and that reorders. Very nice. See that? See the magic number thing? Which one is it? The Tate? So it's the no Thursday and then, okay. All right. and then there will be a Thursday and then the next week is off. Okay, so basically we should just give up. There was one year with coconuts where I figured out that there was no one in the next lecture slot. There was no one there. So we just kind of all agreed to stay. So I just gave one lecture a week, which was really painful for everyone. But it was great, actually. And then every fourth week or so, someone would turn up and say, we've booked this room. So we'd have to go and find another room. Somewhere in Lafayette, we'd be running around trying to find a functioning thing. It's kind of weird that there are vacant times. Like it's not completely booked solid. No? I think it's weird. Okay, so I've explained that. I wanted to, so I was talking about the influence of stories on people, right? And so this is, Los Angeles is famous for being hopeless in lots of ways, but this is one of them where they all watch someone trying to escape in a car from doing something bad or whatever. Right, it's all on TV. So, so this tweet here, and this was a trending story on Twitter. There are other stories happening in the world, but this was one. So he stole the story from Grand Theft Auto, right? He stole this idea from Grand Theft Auto, which is to drive onto the train tracks and then underground. That's what this guy did. And so they're really excited about it because they've never seen this strategy before, except in video games, which everyone pointed out. He did not get away, anyway. Because I think in Grand Theft Auto, you're supposed to have another car that you get it, it's a little more elaborate. Didn't quite get it. I mean, it could have gone really wrong. There's no question. There's you can hear that in the commentary. They're like, oh my God, he's doing it. Boom. So anyway, but the idea that stories don't influence people in negative ways, I just don't understand. I mean, look, terrible thing in Colorado. The Colorado shooting, the guy was dressed up as the Joker. Okay. Anyway, that's the effect of stories. So I got a couple more pieces about stories. So this is, and these are really not trivial ones. I know. That is the palate cleanser if we're having trouble psychologically. So, which is always true. So this is David Hogg, I guess is the name. So let's say his name. So he's one of the seniors from the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. It's a lot of words. MSD High School. And has been on TV a lot and so on. And it's a big high school, I guess, right? There's thousands of kids. And there are a whole bunch of theater kids and English. So there are people who are good at organizing things. So there's a little, right? Anyway, this guy, I guess you can't see it now, but let's look now. It's been cleaned up a little bit. But if you put in David Hogg, so let's do it again. I guess 2 days ago, 8 of the 10 hits were completely made up videos, right? They were conspiracy videos saying he was a crisis actor. So that's a term, crisis actor, if you haven't heard that one, which is people who are just paid to go and turn up at things and pretend to be victims or whatever they need to be. And so the classic thing is you find, oh, here they were at some other thing, and here they were at some other thing, and right? I mean, we're used to this now. We know this is going to happen. I mean, after Sandy Hook, I mean, this most horrible things, the parents have been hounded for years by various characters saying that it's all made up. There's a whole framing, false flag, and so on. So most of these YouTube cleaned it up. I guess they cleaned it up. Most of these videos now start to be about the conspiracy videos. This is just a straight up interview, I guess. Let's see what this is. Such a dangerous thing. So if you're in POX last year, right, we were running the classic Walmart spreading video. And for those of you who weren't, we saw that you've seen it before, right, where it just spreads out of Arkansas, the buildings just spread, and it's a very kind of, because it's about trucking, right? So and I let the thing run accidentally. It went on to the next video, and that started to have like overtones. It had the Matrix, like Mr. Smith from the Matrix narrating that humans are viruses, and it went all. And it was the same. It was a Walmart spreading video. Again, it just had this dark narration, but then it ran a few more, and you were really like just this natural. So this is like 3 degrees of separation to conspiracy theories. Like and I think this would be kind of interesting. Start a video, random video, let it run, and then let it just go to the next thing, right, through the algorithm. Where do you get to? And that thing, once it got into this conspiracy stuff, it just stayed in there. And it's like, I mean, I was sort of watching to see what came up. Whatever. So this seems to be more of a mixture now, but the algorithm is not working, not good. No, yeah. I mean, we know these things. I mean, human algorithms aren't great either, right? So, but lots of people get affected. Okay, so that was the fun stuff. I wanted to, but I do want to mention this one too. If you haven't seen this, maybe it will come up here. Icarus. One of them says Sophie the grown-up adult. She made her own thing. So it doesn't matter if you're into sports at all. This is one of these movies that is transcendent, I think, and it's about, if you haven't seen it, has anyone seen this? So it was nominated for an Oscar, but this is about really a 50-year effort by the Russians to cheat in every Olympics, and every sport, actually, like every sport. And he's the main guy. It's super interesting how he gets sort of involved at the start of the film. It's about this guy's efforts to just cheat. He's just a normal American guy who wants to do well in a race, a 7-stage, very difficult race. So it's a documentary, but it's a weird one because it takes a twist in that this Russian guy, Grigory, eventually gets kicked out, and he's going to get. The guy who took over from him, dies of a heart attack in classic Russian style at age 42. Massive heart attack, actually. So this is incredible. But it isn't. I think, yeah. It doesn't matter if you're into endurance, but none of those things. It's shocking, and they were very good, right? Because there's the A and the B sample, right? That became this very secure thing, and they have this thing like we use a technology that's as strong as what the people use in financial institutions, which is a bit of a red flag, right? Because you're kind of like, wow. Anyway, but it's like there are these tamper-proof seals, right? So you can see if someone's whatever. But the story is the KGB gets involved, and they have a whole thing where they take the B samples and they replace it with different urine. They have a whole thing. It's pretty fantastic, and they everything gets moved through a little plug in the wall, which is not a plug in the wall. It's I feel like I'm a nutty person saying this, but it's not good. And of course, famously, they were kicked out, and then they were reinstated a couple of weeks before Rio, and the Olympic, what are they? This Winter Olympics is the Olympic Athletes of Russia. Which is pretty weird, right? So I don't know what's up. Anyway, this is amazing. They really, people are clever. Yeah. One of the things with doping that I realized that I sort of came to over the years is that it does help in every regard. So if you talk about, say, Barry Bonds, having like God-given eyesight or something like that. I mean, HGH helps. It's a muscle, right? So make that better too. Okay.